everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. The Bears ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So TCU's offense will get first crack at it today. The Bears were encouraged to sick them, and last time these two met, they did so early and often, blowing out the Frogs.
And Baylor went into that game believing they had better players. Man, it showed up on the field, too. They were faster. They were more physical. TCU, they've got to match that intensity this time around, David.
Well, and surely they were embarrassed, right? I mean, they had to be embarrassed of what happened. It was not competitive. This is a rivalry game. You're used to seeing it be competitive. Maybe having a chance to win in the end. TCU didn't have that. They've been talked about for a year how bad it was. I want to see how they respond in this matchup.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Davison. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Powers inside. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Using his legs, it's Davison. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Drives inside. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region, so a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games, and with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too, and I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other, and the action on the field seemingly always delivers.
And the Horned Frogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Baylor's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes DJ Lagway. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Trying to squeak through the pile. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
And that's exactly what you wanted from this offense, man. Just breathe a little bit easier, created a little bit of space by getting that 1st down. Now I wonder, now does this open it up? Does this give us a chance now on 1st?
Makes the grab in their space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Bears are rolling down the field. Flagway. Swings it out to the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Look out! Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Motion from the wideout. He's stopped. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Making the adjustment. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Baylor! Point here would tie the game.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Trying to establish the run. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They'll line up for a second down play. Rivalries on the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Lagway wants to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Finds his target. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Big pressure, but no problem for this guy. What a rocket.
Personal foul. Looking to kick defense.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. They go play action with Lagway. They're all over it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see that.
He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
Working that left side now. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. He'll try the left side. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Throwing, Lagway. He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And this offense has been completely one-dimensional. They have not been able to throw the football. Guys, they haven't thrown a completion yet. This quarterback has never been able to find himself into a rhythm. And if I'm the head coach, you got to ask yourself, how many more incompletions do I have to see until I make a switch at the position?
Rolls right. He'll try to do it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. With the catch, it's Shelton. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 2nd and long here. Here's Lagway to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that now, this guy's 2nd sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up to this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Hard running there. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Flag wave. They go to the wide receiver screen. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely center cut. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Moving out to the right. It's caught downfield. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Flagway wants to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage, and they can stop the clock with a timeout if they so choose. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Trying to get started. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking downfield very late in the half. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, the Bears head coach told me coming out of...
Lets it fly deep downfield. They tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. Long way to go on second down. Throwing, Lagway. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. They need a huge play on third and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
The Bears will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. And I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
They were all over it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's Lagway to pass. Back's got it on the screen. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's changing the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. Got the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Drops back on first down. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. The fake wants to throw. On the move. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
On the left side, here's Coleman. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Bears come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Burrowing for yardage. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. The Bears will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Making his first move. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Hey, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The throw. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Needs it here on fourth down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. They'll stop play here for a moment to have a look at this injured Horned Frog. Great place to start for this offense. Lagway on the play action. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
And the Bears have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They put the brakes on it.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Baylor! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. This will be the last play of the quarter, and it's first and goal. Play fake Lagway. Still on his feet. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up fourth down.
Absolutely perfect. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Wants to throw one first. That's reeled in. It's Davison. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fresh center downs going to the air. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he...
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll need a bunch on second down. They give it to him again. Bring him down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. The Bears send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Now this offense is back on the field. On the run, it's Davison. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Still looking. He turns it loose to the left. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On the move, he fires. Right side, it's Shelton. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 2nd and long here. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. This is just poor game management. You can't take 2 straight delay of game penalties. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. See some running room. Oh, he's got some space. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. This rivalry might not always get the headlines in the state of Texas, but it is full of passion, and the Bears will see.